Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the Spodia stream! It's nice to see you all. Hopefully everyone's doing well. My name, of course, is SpodiaFC. It's nice to see everybody. And we got some interesting matches today, don't we? 3 matches. All in a row, coming very quickly as well. Our first match is going to start in a few minutes from now. And it's going to be Blackline Championship Series action. After this, we'll get up and coming Week 2 action. And we'll end off with some more Blackline Championship Series action from the exact same division as well. So, it'll be interesting. Not the same group. This Contenders division is split. It's not the exact same grouping. Not the exact same group. They're actually in different groups right now. So that's going to be interesting to look at, to see these teams. All these matches are going to be interesting because they're all very similar, but they are going to come in very quickly as well. So we do need to make the best out of the time that we do have. And of course, we are going to make sure that everything is set up before we do start here tonight. But again, our first match, as you can see from the top, if you do read, is Best Buds United Nerd Herd versus the Monkey Bars team. And we do have the rosters made official. We do have the rosters in front of us. Teams can join the match whenever they feel like it. Of course, match won't start until a few minutes from now, but this is an interesting matchup. Both teams are 1-0 coming into the season. It's only week 2 as well, so you know, for both these teams, it's going to be really important that, again, they continue this momentum in their favor, as both teams are 1-0 coming off of great wins in their first week of action, with both of them taking some pretty strong wins. Although obviously, in their own ways, not all wins are created equal in the Blackline Championship Series, obviously. All teams are playing against pretty similar teams, but wins are not easy to come by. As Nerd Herd, Week 1, had to play Old and Wet, beat them 3-1. On the other side, Monkey Bars went 3-2 against their opponents in Sloth Asylum. This is in Group H of the Contender Series of the Blackline Championship Series, and Group H is the third of 6 groups. It is a little awkward, but they named the groups A being in the Masters Series, B, I believe, being in their Premier Series, and they go down from there, but this is Group H. They are in a 7-week season, so every win is extremely important. Hello, Galaxy Wolf is jumping in. Hello, Galaxy. How you doing? Nice to see you, man. Yeah, we got some action for you. We got a lot of action, actually. We got multiple series here from the Blackline Championship Series. Starting off with this one, though, BBU for Best Buds United, Nerd Herd. And Best Buds United, a very recognizable organization. I don't think I've ever had them on stream before. That could be a lie. I probably have had them on stream before. Just can't remember the last time I have. I'll be honest. It's been a while since I've ever seen BBU on my stream. But maybe I've had them on before. Hello, hey, Croods is in here. Hello, Croods. Hey, man, we're gonna get your matchup coming soon. I should let you know, if this series takes longer than expected, we might be a bit late. I hope you know that, Croods. Zach? What about Zach? No, that's not you. Yes, there's a player on one of the teams named Zach. That is not you. That is not you. That is not you. That is not you, Zach. Yes, there's a player on Monkey Bars named Zach, which is pretty funny now that I look at it. You get to play? This is like high GC. This might be a bit difficult for you to jump into, but hey, if you want to ask and get added to the team, just go hit up their captain. Just go hit up Linny. Maybe he'll give you a spot. I don't know. But no, but you'll be playing next series, man, against the longest team names ever, Fort Lewis College Varsity, and you'll be on Golden Esports Purple. Yeah, no, yeah, you are, no, it's, sorry, man. Again, if you want to join the Monkey Bars team, first of all, you gotta be, like, super good, like, everybody in Blackline Championship Series, in these, like, top, they have 4 divisions at the top. All of them are, like, all over GC, so you might have a difficult time, man. But this is the Contender Series. It's the third out of the 4 divisions, I believe. I'd have to, let me see if I'm right. No, it is the 4th. Sorry, it's the 4th one. There's Masters, then it goes to Premier, then it goes to Champions, then it goes to Contender. And then it goes down to Academy and Prospect for the Academy division. Speaking of Zach, they actually are in, so Monkey Bars have joined the lobby. Just waiting on Best Buds United Nerd Herd to follow suit. And we'll get ourselves going. He's got the water break coming. Hey, we got some water. Be prepared. I'm gonna need that water. Because it's gonna be a busy night. Because 30 minutes from now we'll get your match. So long as this series doesn't have really any crazy delays, we'll be fine. All for the Blackline Championship Series. And here comes our predictions. I do see some predictions. I do like seeing those predictions. So keep them up. I like seeing you all going for crazy predictions. Galaxy Wolf is betting 1,000 points on this. Okay, man. You are confident. And then everybody else on Monkey Bars is now going for it. Best of 5? Yes, all matches tonight are best of 5. Here it does all us for 10-15. Yeah, I should easily make 10-15. This series should not take longer than 45 minutes. But like honestly, as long as everything goes well, shouldn't take too much longer than 30 minutes, if anything. Follow coming in from Stapu237. Hello, Stapu. Welcome to Sporty Stream. Again, yeah, we are gonna have to hurry a little bit. I just have a word. Nah, man. I'll be honest. I just forgot like what time all the matches were, and I was like, "Oh, 9:30. That's a good time for me." Not knowing that I had a match 30 minutes after that I had already scheduled, but. Hey, it's fine. 30 minutes is not too bad for a series either. I can do a 30-minute series. That's not hard. I've done it before. Oh no, you're a high risk, high reward. Well, we'll find the answer to that after the series. And don't worry, if you get it wrong, you still have 2 other series after this that you can bet on. So again, I'm gonna help you guys as much as possible. I'm gonna give you information. If you want to know something about a team, let me know. I'll help you out as best as possible. Again, keyword as best as possible. I am not perfect. But again, that prediction poll's still going. I still have about 2 minutes left of it. But we will be moving in-game here. Waiting for the last team to join, which will be Nerd Herd. And we'll get ourselves going. We'll get ourselves going after all. Again, as you can see, Monkey Bars is just waiting. They joined very early. Most teams in the Blackline Championship Series, you still got 2K points. You'll be okay if you lose them. Well, that sounds like a betting answer, which means it may not be a good answer. The house generally wins. Although to be fair, I'm not the house in this situation to be Twitch. Don't blame me if the matches don't go the way you want them to. Yeah, just waiting for the last team to join here, and then we'll get ourselves going tonight with the first of 3 series. But no, this would be perfect time to let you guys know. If you haven't noticed already, I will be joining the Varsity Fall Tournament coming up this Friday, literally a few days from now. Again, pay attention to 1UP Gaming on Twitter for updates. But if those of you who have a keen eye will know who I'm with for Friday. I'll be with Red Falcons on Friday. I'll be on his stream. Then on Saturday, I'll be moving to, and this is my announcement, I'll be moving to Cobra Warrior stream. Then on Sunday, I'll be commentating on the final day. So it's gonna be a great tournament. I'm super excited for it. So many great teams. It's a great opportunity for you all. If you all want to see some great competitive Rocket League, a real tournament structure, some real storylines coming through, that's where you do it. And we are waiting for BBU Nerd Herd to join. Of course, they do have time afterwards, even if they are a little late. As it looks like Nerd Herd didn't get the information where they thought it would be. But we'll get getting 0 in any moment. They have 10 minutes. Actually, no, they have 15 minutes in Blackline. Blackline is 15 minutes. But also, Zero just messaged me. He's joining. Just give him like another couple of seconds. He'll be in. They are not they're late, but they're not that late. He just forgot that the info goes to the so Blackline has like match-specific channels. He forgot that the info goes there and not in a direct message. There you are. See, there he is. And by the way, this is not the same Zero that's on 15 Bean Soup. That's a different Zero. Yes, Zero is a somewhat common name for players. Anyways, let's get our best of 5 going. The Blackline Championship Series action presented to you from me. I do like that Diamond Tournament winner tag. As we are now waiting for Enable to join. Enable should be joining any moment. There he is. Hey, we got ourselves going. We got our match coming up. Best of 5. Baby Nerd Herd in the blue. Monkey Bars on the orange. Blackline Championship Series contender action. And I want to see which of these teams will score first, because that can really dictate the flow of this series. We've seen a good amount of sweeps on the stream from Blackline Championship Series. That is because the rank differences from these teams and the playstyle differences can be so great sometimes, and a best of 5 really isn't a lot of time to make changes, so I would not be surprised if we see that trend continue, but it does require a team taking 3 straight games. And at these lower divisions, it's a lot more difficult. Still possible, though. This is high GC. Rank disparities do happen, as Kovo will get the first goal of the series here for Best Buds United. And Zero went for this one off the back wall. Instead of shooting that one on target, took it off the back wall instead, knowing that that would be a much more low-risk hoverboard opportunity. As that would become a pass instead of just a shot where it probably would have just been saved. But off kickoff the other way, Kovo standing in nets. Here comes a follow-through from Zach. And just like that, on the board is the Monkey Bars. As Zach, the player whose name I misspelled earlier today, when I made my first draft of that match poster. Now he's the one to get himself on the board here. Monkey Bars tie this one up. And off the kickoff, Zach, could he get another? No, just off target. Enable. Touch to the corner. We'll leave it up for Kovo. Pay attention to the chemistry of these teams. A lot of these teams work like a hive mind on offense. They all kind of follow the same play. They all know what they're doing. And if there's any sort of break in that rotation, they're able to kind of work like a robot, get themselves back into position. Because it is a reactionary game after all. As Kovo trying to flick past Linny. John, gonna leave it for Zach. Zach to clear. And no follow-up yet. Here comes Enable. Back and forth. Enable looking for a crazy double tap. Oh my, if that one went in, I'd be out of my seat. And it's only game 1. We've only just hit a minute and a half in this one. And already, this is why the Blackline Championship Series is so exciting. Because sometimes you just see that happen. As a pass and field for Kovo. And he'll score again here. Zero! It's also this nice of a pass. And look at that. That midfield was open. And Kovo was just waiting. Knew that a pass could come any day now. And when it did come, he made no mistake of putting power behind that one. Monkey Bars need to tie it up again. They've done it last time right off the kickoff. Maybe they can do it again. Linny to John. John. Kovo accidentally put it in his own backfield. On it is Linny. Dunked away by Kovo. Kovo's been on top of a lot of things in this series for Best Buds United. Scored both goals. Just made that incredible save, and gonna need to make a few more here. Zero to get this one. And sometimes for teams just need that kind of individual pop-off player, and right now for Best Buds United Nerd Herd, that is Kovo. But what beats that kind of play is just an all-team effort. Well, that is a kind of an all-team effort there from Best Buds United, albeit not in the usual way you see an all-team effort, not like a three-man passing play, no. A team pinch on their own goal line. They do get it out, but must have felt a bit nervous as Linny off the back wall. Follow-up from Zach is high. And a chance there for Monkey Bars. Seemed to be very reliant on Zach's shooting. Zero off the ceiling. Musty flick it, trying to go through. Zach was waiting there. And Best Buds United not shying away from the fancy. Every now and again, you'll see them hit one of those kind of plays. Obviously, so far, they've not been able to do so, but they are trying to put some fear and their opponents here on Monkey Bars, showing them that they do have the mechanics to go for something a little more highlight reel-esque. No goals coming from it. And they are still only up by a goal. Any goal here can end it. Enable to save, but Linny to follow through. He'll get past Zero. Kovo trying to jump on John, but stopped by Linny. Linny in field. Passing play doesn't work out as Enable was waiting. Finally, just not enough boost in the tank to make that fast. But Zach down to John! Trying to get the doink play. And now Best Buds United Nerd Herd being forced onto their own defensive end. A lot of passing plays coming out against them, but they're able to stop every single one of them so far. John keeps control, but can't get through Enable. Linny gonna get that play, but Kovo is there to dunk. Kovo into the corner. Maybe a passing field for Zero. This one's off target. Follow through from Enable. Saved on the line by Linny. This ball will not go in any of the nets. It's been at least a couple minutes since we've seen a goal. We're in the final seconds of regulation as wait a second. Wait a quick. Wait. I do see that we do still keep the unwritten rules here in Blackline Championship Series. A Rule 1 on the field right now between two players as Zach will score here. And while Zach gets a respectable goal, the ultimate respect must go to John. And I believe that's Enable stuck in that Rule 1. Just holding it over there by that orange net. Now, for Best Buds United, this may not have been a token of bad luck because once again it's tied up. Kovo, want to see if he can get a third goal, maybe a hat trick right off kickoff. John is there to save. Linny, still play potential off the ceiling. Maybe a pass in field, but can't touch it. Zach, this one. Enable will beat him. Infield, Zero staying close here. But Kovo will shoot! Kovo will score! And I didn't see him on screen there. But Kovo just winded up for this shot. Just decided to come in. All eyes were on Zero and his dribbles. But it was Kovo that was the real threat. And Kovo the one to make a go-ahead goal here for his team. Off the kickoff, Kovo maybe trying to get another one. John off into the corner. Final seconds, they have to score here in Monkey Bars. They've been able to tie up every single time so far. Right now they have to do it without letting the ball hit the ground. And it's just going to be caught here by Linny. Linny off the sidewall. Thought that ball dropped with Linny, but it didn't. Zach on target, saved by Enable. John coming back. This ball is still up. Flick, Kovo towards the orange goal. Zach to keep it. Linny off the sidewall. Not dropped yet. Shot from Zero though will end it. And the other Rule 1 here in full focus as both teams kept this ball up for well over 10 seconds. But ultimately, Zero will score another goal in favor of his team in Best Buds United Nerd Herd. They take game 1 here against Monkey Bars. And Monkey Bars, it did feel like they were always trailing. They were always following behind. And we're way too reliant on Zach. You can see he had 7 out of his team's 9 shots. While on the other side, BBU Nerd Herd, 5 of their 8 shots came from Kovo. But it did feel like there were shots from his teammates that were also very respectable, very strong. And it's not like he's the only one who scored. Zero did score that last second goal. He made so many of the assists. There's so many weapons on this Nerd Herd team. For Monkey Bars, it just feels like they weren't really up to the challenge. They weren't really ready to make some strong offense. A lot of reliance on Zach and his ability to kind of win out a series if he has to. But I need to see a little more from Linny and John, especially from the shooting. And there's only 2 shots between them. That is a bit scary for any team's offense. Game 2 is going to be approaching very quickly. Nerd Herd up 1-0 in the series. We'll be jumping in anyways. Aquadome, the field. And Nerd Herd up 1-0 in the series. A lot of times, Game 1 dictates the winner of the series. At least in the Blackline, again, I've seen a lot of sweeps, so I'm gonna be surprised if maybe that trend continues, but the team that's not trying to let that trend continue is going to score first. It's Zach to get it. And Monkey Bars trying to start off strong, and like last game where they were always trailing, or at least they always felt like they were trailing, Game 2, they're the ones taking the initiative here. They're the ones taking the lead. And a few more goals could make this series a lot more interesting. Linny, this one popped out. Zach to shoot. It's a little light, but Zero doesn't touch it. And Nabel had full faith in his teammates. Zach will score what could be charismatically called a fluky goal, as he just got no power there. That's how Zero couldn't make that touch. He tried to pre-jump it. And in so many situations, he makes the right play there. Pre-jumping it, getting the strong save on a really good shot, but in that situation, Zach bobbled his shot. And now the question is if the Nerd Herd team can answer back. Kovo, don't even get a flip reset, but Linny off his ceiling. It will bounce outward for John. Zach the shoot, but unable to beat him. Unable trying to stomp on top of Linny. It's in front for Zero, and Linny didn't make that touch. Zero will score here. And definitely not the quality of goals we've seen in Game 1, but they matter just the same for both teams. Zero to score off of a huge whiff from Linny off his own corner. And just like that, Nerd Herd cuts that lead down to 1. Kickoff 1, John. Still play, hasn't been able to score yet. Flip reset, can he land it? Trying to go under Zero. But Zero knew better. Enable off the back wall. Out for Zero, can't touch it. Kovo to shoot. Third man positioning, super aggressive. Still Kovo on offense. Kovo trying to find anything for his team here. But he will go back into the blue end. Zero up, but he won't beat Linny. Linny, crossbar down. And Enable in the right place at the right time to make that save. Zach, flip reset. Trying to get past Linny, but can't do so. John's shot. And Zero's there to save. It looks so precarious for these teams. As a player who's never even hit GC1, I'm amazed by the ability that these teams have to continue to fight. Even when it looks like they've lost that possession, they've lost that game. As Enable out to Kovo, faking it, trying to get that one and put it into the back corner. Almost got it too. He was able to fake that first challenge, but couldn't get the second one to bite as hard. Zero. And it just seems like right now, Best Buds United trying to test that back wall. And all that Monkey Bars are doing are dribbling it out, trying to get these flicks and dribbles, but it isn't really working. They do have a bit of space though. Right here as Kovo dunks him. Kovo not in field, Zero up, but John will beat him. And now Best Buds United have to sit back. John looking in field, Enable's able to get that touch over his back wall and clear away the danger. Kovo into the midfield, but Zach is there. Zach, so dangerous on this team. Linny right now. Speed definitely in favor of Monkey Bars. John, dribble play, one-on-one, looking for the bump on Enable. He won't get it, but it will be enough to score. As all John had to do was threaten that he could bump him, and Enable had to go out of the way. So difficult there when you're the defender, when you have to both avoid the demo and then get the save. And then also worry about the fact there could be a follow-up from any of the Monkey Bars teammates. Zach. Flip reset. Looking for something crazy. John got that shot, but it wasn't in. Linny backwards. Getting bumped as well. Kovo just to clear this one away. Best Buds United had a chance for offense there. It does feel like they're sitting further and further back. And a double commit here. Not the first time it's happened for Best Buds United. But this time it won't really be countered, as Kovo's trying to get offense, but his teammates are sitting in that back half. He's to hope that they can push up a little bit more. Kovo looking for a pass to Zero, but Zach's intercepting. Zach, shot. We'll leave it for a teammate instead. Kovo just to clear. John is waiting back. Kovo looking to demo him. John will find the clear and try to get it out to Linny. And Monkey Bars always looking for a passing option whenever they can. Whether it be a hopeful infield pass or a clear out of defense. They're definitely on top of each other. They definitely have the comms on point. Right for Best Buds United, it does feel like they're a bit flustered on their own end. Pinched out. John to shoot. John to score this one. As Enable tried to pre-flip that save, but couldn't get it. And Monkey Bars, a huge show up in Game 2. Enable just quite couldn't get that save. And Monkey Bars, it looks like we will be going to Game 3, where both teams could take series points, but Still over a minute remaining. See how many more goals that can be scored as John will get this one. And for Monkey Bars, no stopping here. As they just get that one to go through. It's a high-scoring game as well. Kovo. And off the back wall, maybe a second touch, can't get it. Enable. Not even close to the target. And Monkey Bars can clear this one away. Linny. Fake under one, making a passing field for John, but Kovo's waiting. And Kovo, who was so deadly last game, silent in this one. No goals for him. Zero to shoot. He'll score again. He was the one that scored the first goal of the game for this Best United's team. He gets the second one as well. Does feel like that first goal really dictated everything. Best United just can't come back. Potential for more goals, definitely. Zach down, but Kovo's waiting. He'll get this long clear. John the save. And here comes Enable. Can't get the save. John trying to get a bump on Kovo, but couldn't get it. Kovo in the corner. They need to dribble out. Oh my goodness, what a passing play as well. Enable, though. And it's right back into Best United's hands. Zivo past one. Net is looking somewhat open, but Linny's waiting. But he can't get there in time. Enable will score this. And this game is still up for contention. There's 23 seconds remaining. A 2-goal difference here. If Best Bud United's Nerd Herd continue this kind of offense, especially right off this kickoff, they could make a wild comeback. Enable. It is a favorable comeback. Kovo. That one's past John. Kovo in the air. Looking for one. Not the second one, but still in favor. Enable. Down. Kovo. Trying to get a fake play, but instead fakes himself. John trying to clear. Zero to jump on top of it. They need a goal here for Best Buds United, but they will not get one. The comeback won't happen, but they came very close. You can see them making some momentum for themselves, making some sweeps at the end of this one, but nothing there for them at the end. 8 goals scored, a high-scoring one. As that will end Game 2. Going on to Game 3, we have a guaranteed Game 4 at least. I did see both teams immediately ready for Game 3. They don't even want to stop this one. And I respect that. Not just because I do have another series coming up very soon, but also because they both are very confident in what they have done, and I can't blame them. Both of them had really good moments. Obviously, Monkey Bars did get a win there. But Best Bay United's Nerd Herd not hanging their heads in shame. They got a couple goals at the end, and had they been able to have stronger defense earlier in that game, could have seen a whole different outcome. Game 3, and do both teams start to play a little more defensive with how many goals were scored last game? Maybe they start to kind of focus a little more on that defense, or do they just kind of keep doing that offense that they know that they can? Demo, saved by Zero though, challenged immediately by John. Zero still able to get that 50-50 out. Definitely a bit worrying when you dribble on your goal line like that, as a 50-50 can very, very easily become a goal. Play will not work. Enable. And unintentional back pass. Kovo will take that away from Zivo. And now back in their own half is Nerd Herd. Shot on target here. Zivo's called this one and called it his save. Enable. Out, but in comes a shot from Zach. Monkey Bars. Scored first again. They are the ones that want to take this series. They're the ones who want to dictate the pressure. Game 2 they did that. Game 3 they're trying to do the exact same, with tons of offense, tons of goals. But really what matters for them right now, being able to take this lead and hold it, maybe add another goal as well. There's so much time for them to do that. Zach, back wall, in front for Linny, and that will be a great pass from Zach. Linny scores this one as Zach once again coming up with an amazing play. And that one completely falls unable. You can see him backflip on the line when he notices that Zach's still on top of that one. And Zach has really shown up in this game. Talking about the importance of maybe team play from Monkey Bars. Well, they've gotten that too, but it still feels like Zach is the one who's just kind of dictating everything that happens. If anything on the offense needs to go through, it's Zach the one to kind of get on the end of that. Whether it be the pass, whether it be the goal. Seems like Zach is involved with anything that happens, but this is not one where Zach will be involved. In fact, it'll be John and Linny to do it. As John will find an assist here, getting this dunk play. And Linny, no hesitation there, just jumping for it. He can sense Kovo when he's awkward. With how many goals are scored, this could be a very long game 3 for Best Buds United Nerd Herd. They're already down by 3 goals. Really can't afford to make that any more. Or else you're asking a lot of your offense. Linny on target, saved by Enable. Zach dunked away. Enable trying to find a pass in field, but John is there. Enable can't touch this. John will flick this one up and away. And Kovo missed it. Will be a chance for Monkey Bar. Zach in field. Here comes Linny. And 2 players jumped from Best Buds United. John shot, but not there. Linny on top of it. Linny. Where's the blue net? That one was dangerously close. Here comes Zach to shoot. On the line here. Follow through from John is good. And that'll be a 4th goal. We're not even halfway through this game. And Monkey Bars already staking their claim to taking match points. A 4-0 lead here. In what has been, what I can describe as a tumultuous game. If you are a Best Buds United Nerd Herd fan. After having such a great starting game 1, really keeping Monkey Bars on their own end, and really not allowing them to have a lot of really good opportunities on shooting. Now it seems like they're just struggling to get offense. Kovo, though, will score. And how about that for some offense? Best Buds United desperately needs this, and although it comes from a mistake from Zach and John, any goal will do for them. We had 8 goals last game. I think we're going to get more this game. Both teams cannot keep the ball out of any of their nets. And that does create for some exciting gameplay. Linny. The flip reset and potential solo play. Trying to get a musty flick. Maybe going for a little too much there. Still offense here. For Monkey Bars. Nerd Herd the other way. Enable. Trying to air dribble this one. Trying to get the dunk on Linny. But Linny waits the right opportunity there. Look past Kovo. Zero's last. But doesn't have to worry about Linny on the challenge. But he will have to worry about John. Kovo. Past Linny. Kovo with the dribble. But Zach is there and waiting. Zach flicks it high. And now Zero going the other way end. No mistakes here from Monkey Bars. You won't see them whiffing on those kind of shots, but you want to see the kind of response that this Nerd Herd team has, because right now it seems like the response has been very minimal, very quiet, and very uninfluential in the overall outcome of a game. Because it is Monkey Bars to take this lead and to hold it. 0. And remember mid of the game when I said there's going to be a lot of goals? Yeah, well, we haven't had one for about a minute, so I might be lying here. John. Oh, please say, am I caster cursing them? Oh, of course I'm caster cursing them. That's another goal in this game. You know, I have to, you know, sometimes I just have to shut up sometimes, because whenever I say something, it always goes the other way. It always does. John given credit for that goal, although it was an own goal from a Best Buds United defender. It does look like our next series will have to be a little bit later than usual, but not an issue. John can't get past Kovo. Linny off the sidewall. Down for Zach. Zach towards the net. Enable to save. Zach on top, but Kovo gonna dribble it out. John towards net. And that will be the nail in the coffin here for this team. As Cruz, yeah, your game's gonna be a little bit later than usual, but don't worry, I will be able to take it. A great shot though from John, just able to jump in there, stick his head into the play, and really ask if the defense has what it takes, but they don't. And I just noticed that from Zero, super aggressive kickoff here from Nerd Herd. They've done that a couple times. I haven't really mentioned it yet, but they like to send the one player super aggressively up to that mid boost. They're so confident in being able to win the kickoff there that they're willing to send someone that direction. Enable trying to dribble this one out, but Linny going back to his own net. Zach to save, and final seconds. Monkey Bars had a great win in game 2 to get their momentum going. In game 3, seems to be a bit of a resultant of that. As now they're holding control. They're going to create this up Brazil as well. John's double tap. If you wanted more goals, here's more. A 7-1 lead for Monkey Bars. John, he's really come in more and more into the series as time's gone on. It's been hard for him. In game 1, he was virtually silent. In game 2, he got himself a little bit more involved. And in game 3, he's now highly rated on that score sheet. As game 4 will be underway very soon. Monkey Bars have the series advantage now. Trying to make a spaceman sweep. Taking 3 games in a row. And yeah, John, look at that. 4 goals on 7 shots. John is an absolute menace. Nothing better I can say about it than he really did just show up this game. He really did. He saw kind of saw the situation around him. He knew he had to step up, and this is kind of him stepping up, proving his worth in this series. As we'll be getting Game 4 very soon. And if you're coming up for the series that's going to come up after this between, that is actually on my Twitter. It is going to be, if I can get it pulled up, here it is. It's going to be Fort Lewis College Varsity and Golden Esports Purple. You're going to have to wait a little bit. We still have our first series coming up as Kufa's now lost connection, so we are going to have to wait for him to join back. Hopefully he gets back soon. We are going to wait for him. Well, that's happening again. Again, if you're waiting for that next series, don't wait. It'll be coming up very, very soon. Yeah, as we do have to wait for him to join back, and then we'll get ourselves going. But for Monkey Bars, with how they're going, it looks like they might just take the whole series here. Yeah, man, if you're having issues, don't worry about it. We are waiting to make sure that Kovo resolves whatever issues he's having. Of course, they do have time in between games to resolve these things, so we will have to just wait for it. Next series after this, again, will be Fort Lewis College Varsity versus Golden Esports Purple. But again, you're getting into that one very, very soon. His power went out? Of course, I understand. Don't worry, you got time. So Monkey Bars, it seems like every player's been able to get themselves involved in one way or another. Lenny, every player's kind of had their moments in this series, but especially for Monkey Bars, Lenny, Zach, and John have all played extremely solid Rocket League at points. And when it comes together, like you saw in last game, with John really showing up, it's just kind of a work of brilliance. As Devin Lowe, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Sporty Stream. Thank you so much. Yeah, we are still on our first series of night. We are running a little bit behind schedule, but we'll make sure to get things going. As again, after this, we will have another match coming up very soon, so now we're going to take a break. We're going to go straight to it. Let's see, Kovo is having some power issues. Again, we are waiting for Kovo. They do have a couple minutes to get him in. Kovo is one of the players of BBU Nerd Herd. They have to win the next 2 games if they want to take the series. Okay, Lenny, here, let me message Lenny. Let me tell him. If Kovo is not able to reconnect, that's gonna be extremely hurt. That's gonna really hurt for his team. They do have 15 minutes to get things. He's back. Great. If you can get him on, because yeah, again, the stream is running a little bit late here. Not a big issue though. We'll get ourselves in the game for Monkey Bars. With a bit of a break there, I know that they can talk about strategy, although they may not even, they probably don't even have to change their strategy getting into this game, because what's worked so far has continued to work for them and blossom into some incredible Rocket League. If they just continue what they're doing, they're gonna continue winning, and they're gonna take this series. Zach the shoot, but saved by Kovo, who did just run from a power outage. He is back in the lobby, and we'll continue this series going. Enable! Double tap all the way! And it will be a goal here for Best Buds United Nerd Herd. It's been a long time coming for them, but they finally get a lead, and it's from Enable all the way down the field. And with that, can they add more? Enable to pinch. This one continued, but Kovo's waiting. That's what United now. Maybe some reinvigorated energy in them, but to do that they might need the score again. Monkey Bars can still answer to this call. Kovo in front. Enable wasn't ready for that touch. You can see he was backwards to that play. Johnny, wow, John. Never had that happen before. And speaking of, here he is. John can't get through the midfield. Right now, kind of a wall for Best Buds United. Enable out to Zero, demoed by John. Linny, net is open, and that shot is just off the post. Linny had the whole net to shoot at there, just slightly wide. But Monkey Bars were that close to tying up this game. Zach off the back wall, bumps out Zero. Chance here, Linny's shot is not in. Kovo gonna air dribble it, but John is there. Dunked. Midfield, Enable will clear. Second touch, and Zach to pinch it away. Still Zach off the ceiling. Shot towards net, stopped by Kovo. Here comes Linny, can't put the follow through in. John. Monkey Bars trying to rush their way around everything, trying to touch every single ball, every single challenge they can make, they'll make it. And that offense, but now they have to rest on the defense. This shot is wide. John looking for a touch outfield, gets past Zero. And Zach is on it. Zach, potential pass in field, but it's too strong for any of his teammates to read. John, picked up by Kovo, but Kovo couldn't make anything more of it. Enable some space here. Zach off the wall to Linny. Linny still on it himself. And John's waiting in field. Pass is good. John is there. Shot saved by Zero. Still a 1-goal difference. But Monkey Bars, they're knocking. Linny infield. John all the way down to the blue corner. Monkey Bars, it feels like it hasn't been their shooting that's been the issue. What's been the issue is completely out of control. It's been the defense of Best Buds United's Nerd Herd. Whatever's happened, they've been able to really respond, and this infield pass will help it. Zero's going to score. Nerd Herd now double their lead as no one was in the midfield to stop them. And this really is the series of scoring first, because whoever scores first just seems to have the mandate of winning. Zero can't get this one. Laney, that's an open net, and Monkey Bars will score. Be a quick goal from this team. It is just straight from the kickoff. Lenny and Zero 50-50. John's waiting back. Up the corner. Enable. Trying to take it off the ceiling, but can't do so. John on top of it. Can't get past Zero. Trying to see if he could dribble his way through the defense, but couldn't do so. Zach to clear this one as Zero was looking confident in that double tap. Enable. Bumps out John. And who is it that's going to come clutch for this Monkey Bars team if they're going to tie it up? Who's going to be the player to do it? We've seen every single player on this team have that ability, but we need to see one of them step up now. Linny, shot is saved by Zero. Zach pre-jumps into this just to keep a little bit more offense. One more touch? No. John will get it himself. Abel just is going to clear this one as John waiting back will look out for a pass, but Kovo's the first into it, and that's not who Monkey Bars wants. Zach, double tap, blocked away by Zero. Chance is not forthcoming here for Monkey Bars. They're getting a little more desperate. Linny, though, a pass to Zach, that's a great play, but Zero is there to save. Another strong save from Nerdherd. That's what's kept this game so close. Down, Linny, saved by Zero, and he went off his own net. Zero, shot towards the open net, can't put it in. Kovo, off the corner, but John's waiting. Enable. Another touch is there, off the back wall. Zach has it. Monkey Bars need a goal, they need a goal now. John will clear. Kovo, off his ceiling, but John's just gonna dunk him. Enable. Cross map. Kovo's there. Jack is gonna get dunked, but that's what he wants. Linny, clear out, but Zero. And it is the defense here. Best Buds United continue to hold strong. Zach can't get this touch. Kovo will just find a clear here. And now, final seconds of Game 4. Monkey Bars, will we go to a Game 5? Zach to get a dunk. John. Out to Zach, dunked on Kovo. Linny is up. Linny to shoot. Enable stops it on the line. Zach. No more opportunities. Nerdherd forces a 5th game. And if the series couldn't be any more exciting, we are going to Champions Field. What a series. My goodness, Nerdherd had to fight for their life on defense. And are now moving quickly. Game 5. Champions Field. To end the series. John off his corner. Zero is there. John can't make this touch. Zero. Flip reset. Trying to get the first goal. Over one. Zach is last. Out to Linny, but instead it'll be John to clear it to the corner. Enable. And it is Game 5. I don't think we're going to see a ton of goals now in this one because goals don't come by very often for these for teams in Game 5. With that much pressure, with that much stress, it's tough to get good goals. Teams play more defensive and not as many shots come through. But John looking for a solo play. This is one thing you can count on a lot of Game 5. Zach off the back wall. Here comes Linny. Kovo makes one, but he can't save John. And that's what Monkey Bars needs. They need that first goal. Kovo up, but John's still there with that last touch. Linny, but Kovo's there to win the kickoff. Good out. Enable. Towards the corner. Linny is waiting and he'll collect it there. Trying to get the flick out, but Zero stops him. John. Linny looking back to John, but John didn't jump up correctly. Said went for the demo on Enable. Couldn't get it. Out to Zero. That one will find its way into the orange net. And maybe I was mistaken. Maybe we will see a goal fest here on Champions Field. What a shot from Zero. Zach wins the kickoff. Zero solo play, but not there. John to clear it away, and Enable will stop it. Looking for the solo play. Past one, but bumps. Kovo. Redirect is good! Oh, another goal! Best Buds United Nerdherd now take the lead 2-1. And the storyline has always been whoever scores first wins. Well, not right now. Best Buds United Nerdherd. They scored second in this game. But they're the ones with the lead. Here to the goal game. Send me a DM. Will, as soon as this game is over. Kovo out to the sidewall. Linny Down to John, trying to get a goal here. After having such dominant wins, it's been tough for this, for Monkey Bars to really break through this defense. Zero. Off the sidewall, John towards Kovo, but Kovo stops him. Kovo trying to dribble out, but Zach is there. On nets, no! Zero is able to stop it. Everybody on Nerd Herd's on that sidewall. Zero. To enable. But John's able to stop him, and the second touch, not there, but will leave for Zach. Bouncing in front. Saved by Zero. John up, looking for the second touch. Enable didn't read it. But Kovo does. Nerd Herd still survive. Linny, off the back wall. Kovo. Knocked away by John. This one still saved, my goodness. Nerd Herd, but they leave their net open. It's going to be a goal the other way. What a goal. And with how many goals is going in, this could be a... We're going to have a very long day. We're going to have a lot of our matches pushed back. John couldn't score this. We still need at least one more goal this game. This one in front, unable to clear. And Zero trying to get this one in the corner, trying to track it down. Can't beat John. Zero. Potential pass outfield, but this won't be cleared. Kovo. Himself with a strong touch. Maybe another can't make it in time. John is up. Will beat Zero. Still John. Pass and field potential, but Enable's blocking it. Zero looking for the pass, but Linny off the sidewall. Maybe to himself, but Kovo is there. And Kovo towards the orange nets. Enable had it wide open, but he missed. And it's chances like those that you might look back to at the end of the series and ask how and why did that not go in. But no questions here. Both teams have to reset. Kovo off the back wall, but Linny's the one guarding it. Still waiting for a goal. Final 90 seconds. Kovo off back. Zero doesn't read it, but Enable does, and now it is Basketball United's Nerd Herd to take a 3-2 lead. And really, we're gonna have a very quick amount of time here to our next series. Zach missed it. Basketball United, no one's been able to get a 2-goal lead yet. Kovo dunked by Zach. Enable up to himself. John to clear this one long. Zero. Enable doesn't want to read it. Zach. Monkey Bars still have opportunities, but in the final 60 seconds, they're going to start really pushing it. John. Midfield. Enable. Out to Kovo. Basketball United trying to get a second goal. A second goal lead. Against Monkey Bars, that's not going to be easy. Kovo. Instead wasting his time. Out to Zero. Pass and field for Enable, but he will not read it. Clears it long. Zach is there. Zach to clear. Down for John. Kovo. Back the other way. Zach. To Zero. Final seconds. Zach with the double tap, but can't score it. Chances, but they're just not there yet. Monkey Bar is still asking. It's gonna let this one play itself out. Final seconds. Monkey Bars need a goal to keep this series going. Zach in field. Zero's up. He'll save this on John. Seconds ticking down. That will end it. And we gotta get ourselves to our next series very quickly. Because we are now running late. It's a very good series though. Game 5s all around. What an end. Game 2 though. Change the logo as well. There we go. It's gonna be up-and-coming cup action. Sorry about the delay. It's not a big issue, don't worry. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get everything set up though. It's going to be Fort Lewis Varsity versus Golden Esports Purple. Another best-of-5 series. My power went out. No, it's not a problem, Kovo. What a series, though. Incredible to go to 5 games like that. But it will be Nerd Herd to win it. Again, we have another series coming out very soon, though. And we will be starting in a momentary post-game interview, man. Yeah, sorry, we can't get one. Your series went a lot longer than we have time for. We have another series coming up literally right now. But a great series nonetheless. Now we go to Up and Coming Cup. Another best of 5. Hey, Zed, too lit. Thank you for following. By the way, welcome to Splitty Stream. Fort Lewis College Varsity are up 1-0 in their league, and on the other side, Golden Esports Purple are 0-1. Joining? No, don't be apologetic, man. It's been a tough time, but you guys can join whenever you want, by the way. You can join whenever you want, Slav. There you go, up-and-coming cup action. We're moving into our second series very quickly. You guys will have time to vote during the game as well. You can see the players for Fort Lewis. Slafo, Avco's cheerleader, Actiniate. And on purple, it's going to be Crudes, Roses, Pink Roses, and Chupacabra. This should be a fun one. Slafo, if many of you know, is on the Premier team for Golden Esports, so kind of an interesting matchup here between orgs. He's also he is also playing on one of the 2 Fort Lewis teams. There's actually 2 of them in this up-and-coming cup tournament. He is on their varsity team. Let's see if he can get a win here against Purple. Make his school proud. An early goal though will be for Purple. Pink Roses will get it. And already starting off strong. Golden Esports Purple trying to put Fort Lewis College Varsity kind of a down a notch. And Varsity get in. Answer here. Crudes down to the corner. He'll roll his way in front, but cheerleader will save. But this one in front. Slafo will save. Chupa on target. Actiniate's there. Crudes past Actiniate. Slafo the pinch. And Pink Roses will try to get that touch, but he can't beat out Avco. Chupa. Down to Roses. Roses. Not the touch he wanted. But how high scoring our last series was, I'm still feeling that adrenaline rush. That's going to continue throughout this series as well, as both teams try to score as many goals as they possibly can for their side. Chupa. Get the touch that you wanted, and both teams kind of trying to get these things, but the touches, you can see, they're just not as quality as they should be. It is going to make their offense a lot more difficult to muster. The demo from Slafo will open up this net for his team, but JG Purple immediately go right back into that goal to make sure that nothing goes through. Roses scored the first goal. He has the mechanics to score another. One pinch back. Crudes will collect. Dunked by Avco's cheerleader. Chupa. By the way, anybody wondering who Avco is? That is one of the owners of Golden Esports, so that's pretty fun. Gotta appreciate fun names like that. A lot of people seem to have names based off Avco. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I love it. It's hilarious. I don't know how Avco feels, though. If Avco's here, I want to know how he feels about it. Foods towards the blue net, but Slafo saves. Rose is off the back wall. Kovo, your power went out. I do know that, Kovo. Did your power go out again? Is that what you're saying? Your power went out again? If it did go out again, I feel for you, man. Must suck. Must really be rough to have, as Crudes here making life difficult for Fort Lewis College Varsity. He'll score his first goal right off of a mistake, a team bump from the team in blue, and he'll take that one and put it in. Haven't been a ton of goals in this game. The team's trying to just kind of see what the series has got going. 10-8. Downfield, Roses is waiting. And still Fort Lewis can't get the goal that they want. Roses, to himself, in the corner, bumped by a cheerleader, but still it's Frank Roses in front of the net. No one can touch it here from Fort Lewis. Chupa, not on target. 10-8, but dunked by Crudes. A lot of what Fort Lewis is doing is they're crowding this corner. And that's where purple, Pink Roses on purple, but that's where purple team is getting their best successes whenever the players from Fort Lewis College Varsity kind of go into their own corner and leave that net a little more open for purple to score on. Zafo waiting, dunked by Roses, and already you can see they're a little bit flustered here. Crudes, no shot there. Roses is going to go up and demo out cheerleader. Chupa, second touch won't be offered. Zafo will get that save. And for Golden Esports Purple, it has been relatively smooth sailing for them. But saying that, it's still a minute remaining. They're only up by 2. And Game 1 does not always tell the entire series. In fact, many times it doesn't say what the series is going to be like. Usually, Games 2 and 3, when teams start to really develop playstyles, develop counter styles to their opponents, that's when you see what team is really going to take this initiative. As Act 10-8 will score here for Fort Lewis College Varsity. Bonus What's Purple, just a mistake here from Pink Roses, and that's all it takes for his team to get scored on. Fort Lewis trying to make a 2-goal comeback here late in Game 1. And use that momentum going into Games 2 and 3. To do that, I need to score again. Foods. Chupa doesn't touch this. Roses will, and he'll bomb it downfield. Just like how Crudes blew up an opposing player. Chupacabra unable to get this one. It'll be pinched, but not where he likes it. Slafo trying to chip this one upfield, but that was cheerleader just trying to waste some time. Crudes' shot is not strong, but it will add a little bit of pressure. We'll waste a little bit of time. And right now for purple, that's all that really matters for them. Making sure that Fort Lewis doesn't get that chance on offense. And they may not get it here because Chupacabra will score. 14 seconds remaining. Golden Esports Purple now just have to hold on a little bit longer to secure Game 1. Goes just the pinch. Booge is there, but as goes cheerleader towards the orange net. Chupacabra down for Roses. Roses will be faster to this one. And it does feel like Roses has been just so speedy around this field. One of the few reasons why Purple is in the lead, and there's a couple different reasons. They are just doing those little things better as well, as they're not going to be able to get the 0-second goal. They were robbed in the line. But it doesn't matter for Purple. They'll score first. They'll win this game. And now, against Slafo. A great start for this team. A definite yes here. Is Game 2 is going to be underway so soon here. The teams want to get the series. Both series want to continue on this series. Game 2 will start in just a few moments, but for Golden Esports Purple, the speed around the pitch was amazing. Especially, again, from Pink Roses. He won so many of those aerial plays. And for Fort Lewis College Varsity, like they just didn't have those little things that the opponents were doing so well. This is a game, though, to see if they can change some things up. Zafo trying to beat out Pink Roses, can't do so. This one pinched straight towards Crudes. Crudes downfield. Blue net is looking a little bit susceptible, but no shots there. Average cheerleader will dribble this one out. But he has no boost. Crudes will take that 50-50. Pink Roses is up. They'll beat out Act in the 8. He was the slower of the two to jump for that one as well, Pink Roses. He's a real threat on whatever, no matter what team he's on. He's always a threat. He has the mechanics, he has the speed to kind of be a dagger when his team needs it. Right now, he's not had to do that. It's been a lot of Crudes really playing this aggressor role. Going for the occasional demo as well is gonna help mix up this purple team. But Pink Roses, I talked about his mechanics before. This is a great mechanical goal. One touch and then he's just immediately up for the second one. What a great play from him. Foods. Be a shot here for purple, and they get another goal. Golden Hour Esports purple gonna win out this series and try to take game 2 as well. Really make this, but really put Fort Lewis College Varsity on the back foot. 2 goals in about the first minute definitely will help them to reaching that goal. But they will get scored on immediately here by Actiniate. Goals galore here. This could be, and this is 3 goals, and we're not that far into this game. Well, we're going to see more. I expect it. Oh, going for the fake kickoff. It didn't really work in their favor. In fact, they're going to get scored on here. Oh no, Avco's cheerleader eating up that fake kickoff. And Roses, that touch is just too strong. He needs to keep control there. Golden Hour Esports purple have just become their own enemy, giving up 2 goals as quickly as they scored the 2 goals themselves. It's anybody's game once again. Purple, maybe becoming a bit of a shell for themselves. Pink Rose is trying to add some flip resets into this game. Actiniate saves, Slafo to clear. Chupa's waiting back. And Slafo, more than anybody in the series, has a point to prove that, yeah, that even though he's not representing Golden Hour Esports in this tournament, still going to play well against them. Definitely wants to beat teams and the org that he himself is a part of. So it's a very fun rivalry for them. Avco's cheerleader in front, bumped away, but also bumped out Chupacabra. Roses off the back roll, second touch is there, and he is going to score those. Actiniate is there to stop it. Crudes off the corner. Avco's cheerleader doesn't touch this. He does force Chupa to jump. Slafo to the orange back wall. Crudes is up. Gives it out to Pink Roses. We'll get 1 touch before Crudes can maybe collect. No, Avco's cheerleader shot. Saved by Chupa. Chupa, we haven't mentioned him a lot, but as this game's going on, he's becoming more and more important for this purple team who's trying to push more and more aggressively with 2 players. He's that back line. He's the one that's holding everything together. That glue, if you want to call it. For purple. This one back. Chupa once again called into action to make sure that his team doesn't give up anything on defense. Slafo towards the corner. Chupa went for that challenge. Slafo still has it. Roses wins it. 28 to the back wall. Crudes will read this. And purple have not let their opponents get a lot of free balls off this back wall. Really have to boost starve this purple team to make them give up those opportunities. Slafo, Actiniate, shot is off the back wall, and that was an opportunity for them. Still a shot, saved by Crudes. Roses not jumping up for this one. Sensed that Avco's cheerleader was gonna miss. Roses off the side wall. He'll pass him himself. Purple starting to lose this battle of possession, and it will start to boil over. Avco's cheerleader gets this goal. And once again, I said it earlier in this game, and I'm going to say it again. A shell of their former self. Purple. All of a sudden, they switch flips, and it seems like they're the ones now that are starting to make these less than quality plays. Chupa looking for any sort of offense for his team, because in this latter part of this game, hey, these latter 4 minutes, been difficult. I guess I should say 3, because we haven't even seen that 4th minute just yet. Roses to clear, but Slafo's waiting. Roses trying to get a dunk on Slafo. Slafo, shot is saved by Chupacabra. Roses to continue this, but an extra touch just not necessary for purple. And they're going to get scored on again. Fort Lewis College Varsity want to make this series spicy as well. We might, if we go to a second series where ends in game 5, it's gonna be an interesting night. Roses, the sidewall, but Slaflo's there. Slaflo off the corner as well. Crude's able to dunk this one out. Was a net by Actiniate, but Chupacabra's waiting. Actiniate doesn't read this. Africa's cheerleader does, but only the pink roses. Slaflo, one touch. You can get the second one as well, and you can see immediately Purple's up to contest it. Not letting Slaflo have any options there to get that second touch. Make sure that play is stopped in the nick of time. A miss from Crudes, and here goes the offense for Purple team. Chupacabra, trying to see if they can get anything going. Slaflo, when he has control, it's tough to take it away from him. Crudes. Gonna be in the corner. It's gonna actually roll its way around. Up for it is very quickly is Avco's cheerleader. Chupacabra. That touch won't really matter. Fort Lewis College Varsity have just shut down Golden Esports Purple in the last 4 minutes of this game. A result that they desperately needed. We go to our third game here. Can Fort Lewis College Varsity add more onto this? They're the ones that have those expectations of being able to take this entire series. A lot of people expect them to do it. I mean, they did win their first week. But who's saying that they will? So, again, they're just a solid team as well. Slaflo's on the Premier team. The top team of Golden Esports. Right now, they are having to contest with a purple team a Golden Esports purple team that is really making life difficult. 18-8. Maybe a second touch. Almost reads it, but Slaflo here is here to clean up. And no matter if 18-8 got that one or didn't, it would have resulted in a goal here for Fort Lewis College Varsity. They had all the options covered up, and they had all their plays sorted. We have a definite game 4 coming up, but which team could win the series there? Slaflo the save, but Chupacabra back towards the net. Actiniate to clear. And still him. He's gonna chip this one past Chupacabra. Pink Roses up high, but Everyone's cheerleader dunks by Pink Rose as well, and he's gonna go backwards through the wall. Chupacabra doesn't beat out Slaflo, and it's 50-50s like those for Fort Lewis College Varsity that will keep this offense flowing. That'll keep their play going. That could keep this goal scoring on points. Actiniate. Was looking for Slaflo there, but touch was a tad too far. Slaflo does find the touch in field. Africa's leader does jump for that one. Crudes dunks by Actiniate. Chupacabra. Back wall. Follow up from Roses is not on target. Chupacabra with this shot. Save Actiniate. And Davko's cheerleader catches Crudes on napping on the defensive side. And Fort Lewis College Varsity, a lot of defense, but this transition is all they needed. Crudes did not expect Africa's cheerleader to jump for that one. He thought that team had no boost. But he would be sorely mistaken. And right now, trying to make some offense. Slaflo can't beat out Roses. This one's going to be back, but Chupacabra's actually waiting for that touch from Africa's cheerleader. Fort Lewis College Varsity, they're leading by 2. This is all they need to take this game. Roses off the corner. Actiniate with the follow-up. Slaflo will leave it for Actiniate to go, and Slaflo's going to try to demo out Crudes. Actiniate missed that? Alright, then of all things I expected there, I did not expect Actiniate to whiff. Slaflo, this one's in front. Should be a goal for purple. It will be. And Slaflo doing a little too much in that position. Africa's cheerleader had a very easy touch to make, and Slaflo called for it himself. A mistake he's hoping he won't regret as this game, when this game comes to a close. Crudes. Africa's cheerleader beats him into the corner from Avco's, but Chupacabra into the sidewall, looking for a clear downfield, but only the Slaflo. Slaflo, second touch is good. Pink Roses out to Crudes. And Crudes, you see if Purple can tie this game up. Last game, That lead became too great for them to come back from. One goal, though, surely doable for Purple. But they still need to score that goal. And that's the difficult part of it. Fort Lewis College Varsity just can score one more, and they can make this game even more difficult for Purple. Foods. He's not going to be able to reach that one, and Fort Lewis College Varsity waits on it. Africa's cheerleader. Gonna get a pinch play, but won't favor him. Actiniate. Can't beat out Chupacabra. Pink Roses. No shot there. Slavo jumping up. And expecting a shot from Chupacabra, but it never came. Crudes. And Purple's trying to go for more high aerial solo plays. Really waste this boost of Fort Lewis College Varsity. But it just seems like nothing's breaking through. Slavo. To clear, he'll also demo out Crudes. Now looking for Pink Roses as well. Who's going to take this one off the wall? Pink Roses. Maybe a potential passing field off the ceiling. Actiniate's the first one to it. Fort Lewis College Varsity. Trying to just let this time tick away. This could become the biggest enemy for Purple if that clock continues to go down. Roses. Doesn't make this touch. Avgo's cheerleader. Gonna chip this one in field. And Actiniate went for the dunk play. It didn't work out in his favor. Slafo. Off the corner. Chupacabra doesn't make contact. Slafo's still on it. And he's just going to take as much time as he needs. Waste it all away here. And force Purple Team to really come at him. Final minutes of regulation in Game 3. If Purple can score, we might see ourselves going to an overtime. In front, but Actiniate to clear. Crudes. Backwards touch to Chupacabra. He was only able to muster a single touch before having to concede. This one passed in field to Pink Roses. And GHG Purple tie this game up in the final minutes. Fort Lewis College Varsity were caught with a dunk play that allowed Pink Roses to score. And you can see the aggression coming back out here from Fort Lewis College Varsity. Slafo looking in field. Avco Theater jumping for this one. It's Actiniate. Dunks by Roses. Roses. Ouch, but Slafo is there. Avco's cheerleader. Dunked on Crudes. Gonna pinch it to the corner. Slafo. In front, but Chupa to clear. Purple Team have an open backfield to use. Crudes. Shot. Not on target. And a demo play from Avco's cheerleader will take away that second option. He just saved his team there from going down in this game. Actiniate trying to get a double tap, can't make it. Final seconds. Do we see any late game from Alex? Any last second plays? Or are we going to go to golden goal? Actiniate. Off the back wall. Cruz doesn't read it. Avco's cheerleader doesn't as well. That was a chance for Fort Lewis College Varsity. They couldn't make it. This one pinched. Now it's any team here in this overtime. Slafo to collect. Cruz to dunk him. In front for Purple. Avco's cheerleader saves. Chupacabra looking up for Pink Roses. Can't get the play. And again, they're still jumping at this one. Both teams still asking if the other can make the plays. Actiniate controls it to the corner. That play doesn't work out for Fort Lewis College Varsity. Slafo will hold it in his corner. Gonna get the clear, but Pink Roses is waiting. He's gonna get the dunk. He's gonna look for the double tap. Oh, he was just a few inches away. Crudes in field. Slafo. Crudes still looking. Pink Roses' shot is too weak. Avco's cheerleader gets the touch that can keep it away. Chupacabra with the dunk. Slafo puts it up high. Will we get a goal? Will it take a while for it to happen? Chupacabra downfield. Slafo keeps it high. I want to see if it's going to take a little bit of time for Purple to really get some offense going. Avco. Crudes in field, and Slafo's waiting. Crudes looking for the dunk play. All it takes is one chance here from any of these teams. Avco's cheerleader. No shot there. Slafo looking for the follow-up. Will win the 50-50 in front for Slafo, and make no mistake about it. But Fort Lewis College Varsity is now leading in this series. Heading into Game 4, Fort Lewis College Varsity can take the entire series here. Just need to take one more game. Game 4, chance to win it for this team. and go up 2-0 in the season. We are waiting for both teams to finish everything up. We do have one more series after this again. It's going to be another Blackline match. We still have to see the result of this one. For Lewis College Varsity, trying to get screenshots. I think they're gonna let this time tick away. Lewis College Varsity, can they win the series in 4 games, or will we go back to Champions Field? Could be a possibility. Could very well be the possibility here. We do see another Game 5. You know, I keep cursing it. I said that we've seen a lot of sweeps, but so far we haven't seen any yet. Game 5. Lewis College Varsity have been able to take 2 games in a row in this series. All they need is one more. And what it really will take from them is being able to get that lead, and a good lead as well, to start off early. Roses. Purple team trying to make this lead themselves, but Actiniate's shot is good! It's crossbar and down! And a great start for Fort Lewis College Varsity. This shot for Actiniate, a bar down ski. And they're off to the races. As long as they hold this lead, the series is theirs. So far, we have no team is looking really ready to get swept out. Sorry, not swept out. Shut out in a game. Chupacabra to clear. 28. To Afco's cheerleader. Lewis College Varsity playing some defense. A double commit should result in a goal for Purple Team. But Afco's cheerleader just can't get the saves. I thought he was going to get that one. But this is the inexcusable for Fort Lewis College Varsity. The double commits on defense. When you give away goals like that, the other team is going to benefit from it heavily. Foods. Back past the Roses. And another error here. Another miscommunication from 2 players on this Fort Lewis College team. These double commits can really hurt them on defense. Slafo to clear. And a lot of players in the same place here for Fort Lewis College Varsity, but it is Slafo trying to dribble it out. Croods off the back wall to himself and down. Purple team will score. Afco's cheerleader throws it into his own net. He had time there to get that one out. And you do ask, how much pressure was he under there? An unfortunate touch for him, but Fort Lewis College Varsity, they can really only look at themselves here as their own mistake makers. Another error, and Chupacabra will benefit from it. Fort Lewis College Varsity are falling apart here. That's 3 goals straight where you feel like these should be saved from them. What's happening on this Fort Lewis College Varsity team? Afco's cheerleader. Zip past Crude. Slafo into the corner. Potential pass in field for Afco's cheerleader. And they do get one back. It's not over yet for this team. They made 3 mistakes. They let Purple Team get a pretty good lead, but they can still come right back. They have 3 minutes 30 seconds just to get 2 goals and take that lead. Fort Lewis College Varsity can definitely do that. A great kickoff as well will benefit them. Crudes. Avco's cheerleader. With the touch you want. Attenuate. To Avco's cheerleader. Back to Slafo. Up to himself, but that back wall's always covered, so it's gonna be difficult for him to break through. Avco's cheerleader. Maybe a pass in field, can't get it. Actiniate. Off the back wall. Down for Slafo. Not on target. Actiniate to follow through! And this game is tied up. 6 goals. We're only about 2 minutes in. This goal scoring will just continue. It's now 3-3. Roods. Shot towards the net, but Slafo's there to save. Pink Roses. Off the back wall. Actiniate to keep it away. Roods. Yeah, get the shot he wanted. He's going for a Doomsday Dish there. Had a passing option, but decided to go against it. In favor of something a little bit more low risk. This one in front. They did go for the passing option there, Purple, but unable to work out in their favor. Fort Lewis College Varsity. A double commit here on defense. And it seems like a lot of those do come courtesy of Asco's cheerleader. It involves in a lot of these double commit plays. But still, Fort Lewis College Varsity holding strong, and they can break out as well. Looking for a goal to take the lead. Asco's cheerleader. Shot's a little weak, but it does test Purple. Slafo off the back wall. Chupacabra doesn't get the clear. Actiniate fake under Crudes. One-on-one now. Shot is good. Saved by Roses on the goal line. Here comes Afro's cheerleader. Tap down. Saved by Chupacabra. Slafo. Maybe in field, but he doesn't have enough boost. Just gonna look to continue to pester this Purple team. Actiniate in the corner. Pass in front. No one there to connect. Actiniate will take the boost though. Going on Esports Purple, running low on their reserves. Chupacabra trying to get them some time. Lafo being out by Crudes. Actiniate's last one back here for Fort Lewis College Varsity, and he's the one who's going to create this offense. Infield, Chupacabra is there to stop the pass. A double commit here from Slafo and Actiniate should allow Purple to break out. But it does take them a bit of an extra minute to do so. Or I guess extra second. Still though, Fort Lewis College Varsity, they have the cards to success here. They have shown that they have the offense. They have that pressure. Right now, what they're trying to do is they're really trying to bully in that corner into submission. It's just locked down here from Purple team. What really beats Purple is good shooting. It's hard to come by for this team. Chupacabra. Out to Roses. Off the corner, but Actiniate the clear. Cruise is upfield. He gets back in time to hold this ball. Slafo the challenge. In field. Afro's cheerleader off the back wall. Follow up from Actiniate. Not in. And Chupacabra at the right place here to look and see if he can turn something for Purple. Afro's cheerleader has a dribble play. One-on-one with Roses, but Chupacabra comes in and blindsides him. Actiniate. Roses looking for a flick, but Crudes bumps him away. Fort Lewis College Varsity, though, had a lot of respect for Roses on that. And they let him have that play. Afro's cheerleader up the corner. Maybe in field, Roses will try to tap this one down. Actiniate keeps it up, but just for a moment. Another overtime here. Last time it was won by Fort Lewis College Varsity. If they do it again, the series is theirs. But a lot of teams, they don't like being in this moment. They don't like having to be in this golden goal situation. A lot of players do fumble with that pressure. Crudes to Afro's cheerleader. Lewis College Varsity made a lot of mistakes in this game. They're able to come back and tie it up 3-3. All they need is one more goal, one more quality play. In this series, it'll be theirs. They'll go up 2-0 in the up-and-coming cup. Illinois Sports Purple. A win, we see them on Champions Field. Slafo clears it long. Chupacabra is able to dunk it. Chupa in field for Slafo. Pink Roses beats him. Second touch, strong, but no goals yet. Afro's cheerleader's awkward, and Purple will score. And Purple will see another Game 5. And we will go to Champions Field. We are going to go to Champions Field once again. And we're back here again. We always find ourselves here, don't we? We really are. Crunch time here now. Game 5. The next series has been pushed back, don't worry. We will be getting it, though. You know, this is what I deserve this for pushing all the matches so close to each other. But I really didn't expect so many close series. And you know what? That just means more hype. 2 overtimes in a row. This game 5, we get another overtime. What a series it will really have become here. Both teams have not had a lot separate them, though. I'm sure Fort Lewis College Varsity is going to have a lot of issues with their play in their last game. Having known that they did create a lot of these issues for themselves. This net is open, saved by Actiniate, followed by Crudes. Forget about the mistakes. This is just great play from Golden Esports Purple. The pressure from them mounting. And Fort Lewis College Varsity now put on the hot seat. Can they respond? They did so really well last game. This game could be a whole different question. Slafo up to Avco's cheerleader, but dunked away by Chupacabra. Bouncing ball. Slafo to clear. For Pink Roses. Avco's cheerleader. And Actiniate jumping forward, and that one will be Actiniate into the corner. Purple. The question for them now is, do they consider just holding this one, curling up a little bit more on defense, or do they consider trying to add a little bit more, a few more goals maybe? We'll see what happens soon enough. There's this one, and a demo play. Infield for Chupa, can't get past Avco's cheerleader. As now it's back, Avco's cheerleader off the sidewall. Maybe to himself, can't get it past Crudes. This one, Slafo. Gonna put it into the corner. Crudes is there, but Slafo can't flick past him. Fort Lewis College Varsity down by 1 against Purple. Crudes out to Roses. Roses back down to the Crudes. Off the back row for Crudes. In front for Chupacabra. He'll put it in the open cage. And Golden Esports Purple, exactly what they needed. A 2-goal lead in Game 5 when they desperately need to take this when they need to get a win. That's how they needed it. We'll see if they can add more. Chupacabra keeping it back. His boost was stolen. And Roses up to Chupacabra. Chupacabra. Touch isn't his. And Roses to dribble it. Avco's cheerleader can't get the dunk play. Actiniate to the back wall. He'll roll up. Maybe a passing field. Chupacabra's there to clear. And everybody on Fort Lewis College Varsity was in front of that net, was sitting near that 16-yard box, was hoping that they would be the ones to get that, to receive that pass and get that goal, but Chupacabra had other plans. Avco's cheerleader to the back wall. Crude's able to clear it away. Slafo. Big touch from Roses. Second touch is also really well placed. Chupacabra is going to get this touch away. To Roses, towards the net. Actiniate's waiting. But the fact that Roses can go for those and hit them as well, definitely worrying for Fort Lewis College Varsity. As Roses now on in towards the net, and he's the one to do it himself. What a strange play, as Arm is coming in with the follow. My goodness. Arm, next series coming up very soon. We're in the final, like 100 seconds of this game. And then we'll get your series going. Across, Pink Roses. Up to himself, but demoed away by Actiniate. Slafo. Actiniate actually dunks him there. And now Golden Army Sports Purple. Get a play out, but they'll leave it for Africa's cheerleader. And now the dunk from Roses. Shot is good. Saved by Actiniate. And if you need a goal here, and if Fort Lewis College Varsity needs a goal, they need it now. A minute remaining. They're down by 3. Need to make some magic happen. To do so, that offense will have to come out from them. That offense will have to shine. Crudes. Can't get past Actiniate. Actiniate to dribble. Off the back wall for Slafo! That will be a goal here for Fort Lewis College Varsity. The start of what could be something great. A minute, just over a minute remaining. And 2 goals still left to be scored from them. If they want to take a tie here, go to overtime once again. Fort Lewis College Varsity does play really well when they're down, so this lead, while sure it's 2 goals in the final minute, Purple team, they know what Fort Lewis College Varsity can do, especially when they get that momentum going. So long as Purple team holds them off, staves this comeback attempt, they'll see themselves on top. Roses with a dunk! Oh my goodness, Roses! How did he get that play? Roses just goes up for it, he sends a prayer, and he does dunk out Slafo in the end. My goodness, Pink Roses. With a masterful dunk play. How does he have the vision to see that? What a play from him. Roses has had some, I know what Roses can do. I have never in my life seen him do that before. What an incredible play from him. And you know what? That might silence all the critics here of Purple Team. With a goal like that, it's not really a lot that... there's not really a lot you can answer with if you're Fort Lewis College Varsity. Final seconds. And really, no chances left. Purple Team, for Golden Army Esports, will score another one here late. But it will ultimately be their win in the series. A 3-2 victory. As you have one more series remaining, it'll be back to the Black Line Championship Series Season 11 action at the Contender Series. And maybe we'll see another Game 5. Golden Army Sports Purple take this one though, 3-2. And we gotta move quickly, because that next series is waiting for us. What a win for this team. Let me make sure I'm going to set up the lobby right now. I know you're still in the chat arm. Let me just get the lobby set up for you while it's happening again. Everybody, take a look at the graphics we have on screen right now. As I make sure I actually set up this chat in time. Again, it's going to be Lapras Esports versus Silly Geese Club. Let me make sure I get everything set up as well. Again, it's going to be Lapras here. For week 2. There we go. The players jumping in as soon as possible. Exciting series. There you go. We'll make sure that they get themselves here again. It's going to be black line action as I once again gotta change this logo. There we go. Kind of the inner workings here, but now everything... Whew, we get to relax just a little bit more here. And they are in the lobby. Let's get ourselves going down to the field. One more series tonight. It's been a hectic night, to say the least, but finally, we're going to relax a little bit. One more series. One more best of 5. Blackline Championship Series action coming here. Lapras Esports versus Silly Geese Club. Lapras will be on the blue side. Silly Geese will be on the orange. Oh, goodness. I can finally breathe a little bit. It's been a very interesting night. And you know what? I think I've learned something as well. I am not going to ever schedule like that again. I really am. I really am. I really do have to, I can only blame myself. I do apologize for everybody having to come into these series and they coming in late, but finally I think we're back on track! And the Con Legend will score first for Lapras. And this series, a great start for him. As that one just simply takes advantage of Delve not making contact on that ball off the back wall. Ahua dead? Is that your name? Well, Ahau? I think it's Ahau dead. Well, anyways, thank you for the follow. Please correct me if I said your name incorrectly. As right now, Lapras with some early pressure here against the Geese. Gonna get down for Delve, but can't do so. Waiting back is Arm. Winter to the back wall. Bounced down, and he didn't read it properly, but neither did Arm. Con Legend off the back wall. Second touch. Trying to get another double tap goal here. Was so close. He got one earlier. He literally got one only moments ago. Was so close to getting a second one. Con Legend towards the corner. Delve off the back wall. Second touch. Can't beat out Rugai. The corner. Arm. Pass in field. Potentially for Aha! Off the crossbar. Rugai can clear this one long. And Delve gonna keep possession close. Shot off the back wall. In for Arm! And that will be a goal for Silly Geese Club. Just continuing to pelt that blue wall. And at some point it will break. Arm with an opening. And he'll take advantage of it. A great shot down to the bottom right corner. Silly Geese Club. The goal to tie up this game. Rugai. Angelo bounce in front, but can't do so. Winter. Captain of his respective team. Couldn't get the play out there that they wanted, but the clear does come through, though. On Legend towards the net, and it's completely wide open. Lapras Esports will take that goal for free, as no one from Silly Geese Club was home. That's why Delve and Arm were both at the exact same place on that sidewall. Naha was just a little too slow getting back. He's the net wide open. Don't forget the prediction poll. Thank you, Galaxy Wolf. I'll make sure to get one for you guys. As Rugai to clear. Arm. Keeps it close. Winter. To keep it, but Delve to flick it by. Con Legend. Off the sidewall. Delve. Another touch, but tough to break out for Silly Geese Club. Winter leads. Up, but can't beat out Ahadada. Aha! And get a double tap, but Con Legend's there to stop it. And those who are good at double taps are usually really good at defending them as well. Arm. A boomer downfield, trying to test this blue side. Con Legend off the back wall, but Arm to follow through, can't get the shot. And Rugai. Touch there, but he leaves it up for a chance for this team in orange. So the Geese Club going for plays. They like to really shoot a lot off this back wall. And not even just straight off the back wall, sometimes off the side, sometimes just off kind of the wall to the sides of the net as well. Putting the ball on target, Not something they do super often, but when they do, it can be extremely dangerous. How they got their goal after all was just from pelting that wall until something finally opened up. The problem is that playstyle does take a little bit of time to develop. And so long as one challenge comes in from Lapras, they can definitely... their offense kind of disintegrates here on the side of Silly Geese Club as... Hello, Red King J! Yeah, long time no see, man. Were you, what team were you on when I last saw you? Oh my goodness, Arm! I gotta stop paying attention. I gotta stop paying attention to chat. Because Arm here with an amazing goal. And you know, this is time for me to set up that prediction pool for you guys. Oh, and another goal coming through. Let's take a look at this replay as well from Delve. As he scores. And don't worry, I did get that prediction poll set up, because Galaxy Wolf, you asked for it. Oh, Con Legend, he would have rather I just, you know, didn't focus on that goal. A deer in headlights there. As that one just kind of bounces its way over him, and he doesn't have the kind of positioning to make that touch. Just like that, Silly Goose Club now have the lead. Arm. Out to the side, but blue guy in. It's another really close series. Hey, Red King J, you're gonna have to tell me what team were you on back when I last casted you? I know I casted you last in IGL. You have to tell me what team you're on. I didn't have to make it, but it's okay. Well, Galaxy Wolf, I thought you really... I know you really like these things, so I made it one for you. Besides, we didn't really miss too much, did we? Just some incredible shots! That one almost found its way to the back of the net. Oh, it's you don't know me. Oh. Okay, Red King J. Silly Geese Club looking for another one. Arm to come in, and he has had a great standout performance at the end of this game. That's his third goal, third of his team's 4. It's right from Aha as well. Who has 3 assists? He has the Playmaker award. You don't know me. Oh, I know that team. You're right. Back when you played, was it Zero Gravity that you played? I believe it was Zero Gravity 2s that you played. Right, in the series that I saw you guys in? At least for IGL. Well, IGL's not around anymore at King J, so... So yeah, you will not be playing in IGL anymore. Sadly, IGL folded, but there are other leagues to look forward to. Right now, Blackline Championship Series, one of them, as Silly Geese Club... They had some difficulties earlier in this game because they were losing it. It was slipping away from them, but they pulled themselves back up. And they're getting goals. They're taking a massive lead here as well. And a 5-2 lead, a secured win here for Silly Geese Club in Game 1. Aha. Maybe trying to make it 6-2. That ball will drop to the ground. Silly Geese Club with a win in Game 1. A great start for them. This will also give me some time to organize my stats and everything that I have going for me. Been grinding rank to 1600 close to GC3. Oh my. Alright then. Jeez. Good for you though. Good for you. Impressive that you're able to get... impressive. Yeah, I have not been grinding ranks. I've been grinding commentary for that amount of time. I've actually gotten worse in Rocket League. So, let me make server. Yeah. I'm gonna remake the server here for them. A quick server reset will not be an issue. If the team wanted it, and if they call for a server reset, we do go for server reset. So, we're gonna quickly remake the server. Here we go. Everything is now set up again. Hopefully it's a better server for these teams. As yeah, everything's set up looking good for the series to continue. So the Geese Club up 1-0. Yeah, I've actually gotten worse in Rocket League, Red King J. I used to be Champ 3, like a good solid Champ 3. I've never hit GC, and now I'm like Champ 1. The difference is in grinding and not grinding, you know. But no, I've been enjoying the commentary though. I have no problem D-ranking Rocket League. If it means I just get to do more of this. Although tonight has been an interesting night. I've had to really rush a lot of my matches, sadly. But, you know, it's been exciting though. 2 games 5s. We're now in the 3rd and final series of the night. Zaha down to Arm. It's the Geese Club trying to take game 2 here. Delve. With past 1, another touch past Rugai. Into the corner for him. On Legend able to save it. Arm off the back wall. Rugai to clear it away. Delve. Up for Aha. Delve is up there as well, and Delve was calling for it. You could see it from him, but Aha still went for it. Meaning that Arm, he's going to have to waste a lot of time for his teammates. He'll bump out Rugai as well. And you know what? He was asked to waste a lot of time, and he did just that. And now he's going looking for demos as well. Aha, dunked away by Con Legend. Arm. Out to Aha, and the net is open, but he misses it completely. And he must have known that net was open as well. Unfortunate circumstances, but no worries for Silly Geese Club. They will score first in game 2. They can put that missed open net behind them, as Delve is here to get one for his team. Arm. Dribbles himself. It's gonna go right through. Another goal for Silly Geese Club. And sometimes it's just the simple things that work just well. Arm here doesn't go for a flippy side. He doesn't go for a simple play. He just goes for an air dribble. It was an amazing air dribble. But you know what? It's the one that works, and the simple things are what works in Rocket League. If you can do the simple things better than your opponents, doesn't matter how many crazy mechanics they have, you're still gonna beat them. Silly Geese Club here, utilizing some great mechanics to give themselves some insurance. Aha, maybe a backboard pass to Arm. Will connect. Arm looking back down to Aha. And Aha is going to be on top of this. Over the last defender. Follow up from Delve down. Rugai comes back in time. Arm cuts off Aha. And Silly Geese Club now have to rotate back. Arm there was a little too eager to get into the offense and cut off his teammate in the process. And that's going to stagnate their offense. And Silly Geese Club, bit of a reset, but they're still on that blue half. Shot from Delve. Now he's gonna pass to Arm. Arm off the corner. That's gonna go in. I couldn't find the right word. It was off the ceiling, not the corner. My apologies. Zaha, instead of putting this one on target, goes off the top, and he just is the first one to follow to it. He gets that shot in, and it works out well for Silly Geese Club. Now leading 3-0. Rugai can't win out this kickoff, and Aha's shot will not be strong enough to beat out Winter. Lapras having difficulties here in game 2, even more so than in game 1. Delve gonna get under Con Legend, can't do so. Rugai, and it's a potential to break out, but he has no boost. Arm, maybe a passing field, but Aha's waiting. It's one touch past Con Legend, but Winter leads, can clear. Arm back the other way. The Geese Club gonna make some offense for themselves. Delve out to Aha. On Legend's there. Winter leads. Has the ball at his nose. Delve's gonna be first challenged. He's gonna continue challenging Lapras, slowing their advances. Arm can't get the ceiling shot, and Delve jumps up for this as well. Aha's last one back. Gets the touch that he needs, and he clears it away. Aha. By himself, trying to get this 50-50, can't do so. Arm, shot towards the blue nets, and Arm will score. And once again, another hat-trick for Arm. He's kind of like a silent killer. You don't mention him much, but he's the one to score a lot of these goals. And his shooting has been on point. That's why he is getting these hat-tricks. His shooting, he really doesn't miss. Arm here, scoring the goals that need to be scored. So the Geese Club can rely on him as that striker. Arm Clear it downfield for Rugai, down to Con Legend. Shot is on net. And this one, saved by Delve. Rugai can't put the follow through. As Aha. Looking for the dribble play. Flick it. Now he's gonna get the flip side over Rugai. Delve to shoot! To score! And Silly Geese Club. They just continue to do it again and again. A goal after goal. No remorse either. They just continue doing what they do. As really, you saw in game one, Lapras, don't forget about just the pressure they had in game one. They had 2 goals and they scored them very early. But after the 3rd goal from this Silly Geese Club team, they've just never looked back. As Delve now gets his hat-trick. You know, Aha's had 0 goals. But we have to talk about Aha, though. Really, the assists from this man. He has another Playmaker award. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you, Galaxy Wolf. Have an amazing rest of your night as well. Final series, and Aha, not the goal scorer, but the Playmaker. It's the Geese Club, they have their ducks in a row. That definitely doesn't make any sense for a team of Geese. They have their geese in a row, let's just say that. I mean, they are a club after all, so... That makes me assume that there are multiple Geese in this club. Arm. Getting under Winter. Gonna get over Con Legend as well, but Con Legend waited. And I think for this team in Lapras Esports, they're just gonna wait for the end of this game. It's never really been their game too. And unfortunately, it's not getting much easier looking for them. They have to make a reverse sweep if they want to take this series. Infield for Arm, saved by Rugai. Lapras still playing some defense, still trying to just let this game end as quickly as possible. Maybe even get a goal. Winter gonna get a flip reset, but Delve is there to take it away. Arm to Aha, and that will be a 7th goal for Silly Geese Club. Talk about brutal. This is a beatdown. Silly Geese Club. They just know what to do, and it's Aha Dada to score his first goal of Game 2. For being what I would consider an MVP level performance from Aha. He scored when it didn't matter. He scored at the very end of this game. Instead, he's been making assists, he's been making passes, he's been allowing his teammates to get the shooting. Silly Geese Club now leading the series 2-0. With that, Game 3 coming up very soon here. And for Lapras Esports, what do they have to change here? Game 3, they have to make some sort of a change, and for me, a lot of it comes from shutting down Aha. Aha's been the real backbone of this offense. He doesn't score a lot, but he is involved in so much of this offense. Cutting down Aha and Arm specifically. For Silly Geese Club. Because they have been the goal scorers, they've been the pass makers. For Lapras, they have to make those changes quickly, and they have to make them now. Well, this will be the end of the series, and it will end 3-0. For Lapras Esports and their fans, they don't want that to happen here. Last game was 7-0. Lapras Esports, they're gonna hope it goes 7-0, but in their way, they're gonna hope that they can get a win here and start mounting a reverse sweep. But that means stopping this offense of Silly Geese Club and maybe getting a goal. Maybe that's all they need, because so far, I believe it's been like almost 10, maybe 10 goals unanswered from this team. I've lost count for how many goals Silly Geese Club have scored unanswered by this Lapras Esports team. It's been a lot, I can tell you that. We're very close to double digits, if we're not already in double digits, for how many goals unanswered. Dove off the sidewall. Back to the corner. Arm is waiting, and we'll look for this clear out to Aha. Rugai's there. Rugai down, but Winter Leeds is able to keep it in the corner and pinch it. Arm can't beat out Con Legend towards the net. Aha is able to save it. Rugai towards the back wall. Delve is up. And he's first one to it. Arm to Aha. And this is where that play needs to be cut off. Right in that midfield. Right when those passes are being made from Arm and Aha. If they can prevent them from making those passes, that offense becomes a lot more... It becomes a lot more difficult for Silly Geese Club. Con Legend. Past Delve, but not past Aha. Rugai to shoot this one, but it was more like a tame touch than really a shot. Lapras Esports are making offense, though. And the more pressure they put on Silly Geese Club, the more opportunities they'll have to take the lead in this game. Arm to Aha. Aha back down to Arm. Silly Geese Club passing their way out of defense, and it's this Arm-Aha duo that is making a lot of these plays happen. Aha's shot is good on the goal line. And you thought for a second there maybe the fact that so many players jumped in for this team, it could have become an issue, as Delve almost got an Alot type goal there. A lot RLCS kind of goes off the back wall. As Arm. Past Rugai. Delve just to clear it. Winter Leeds will take it off the back wall. Delve looking for the dunk off the ceiling on Winter Leeds. Can't get it. Aha. Uni's not there. Silly Geese Club having so much free offense last game. Gonna be tough for the tough this time. But not if you have plays like those. Arm to break this long deadlock we had in this game. Silly Geese Club in the lead with a highlight reel goal. Arm is just becoming more and more unstoppable. He's going more and more powerful, becoming more and more confident. A quick double tap from Arm will allow Silly Geese Club to take this lead. Arm and Delve both combining forces to clear this one away. Con Legend off the sidewall. Ball through from Arm towards the blue net. Can't get it. Winter Leeds to clear. Arm is waiting back. Gets dunked by Winter Leeds. Rugai with the shot. Delve is waiting, but Delve doesn't make the right decision. And Rugai will take advantage. After so many goals against, finally Lapras Esports puts one of their own in their favor. And it comes courtesy of Rugai. Started from the dunk from Winter Leeds. Getting some offense, getting Silly Geese Club in an awkward position, but just like that, Delve does it by himself. What a response from Silly Geese Club. Right off the kickoff, Delve gets bumped as well on the way there, and he still recovers. Two players jumped up to him, and he beats both of them. Even with that bump, Delve pulling a magician's play out of his pocket. Double taps, really. What a great play from Delve. Arm. In field. This one saved by Rugai. Winter Leeds to put it towards the corner. Arm towards the net. And that one will bounce its way in. Arm with a goal here that allows insurance for Silly Geese Club. An insurance that they would gladly take. They're leading 3-1 with minimal time remaining for Lapras Esports. Delve up for it, a flip reset. Maybe gonna do it again off the back wall. In front for Arm, and Delve does it again. Right off the kickoff. Delve pulling out something new this time. A flip reset into a wave dash touch off the back wall. And Arm is there to put in the follow through. That play from Delve, of course it has to be followed up with the goal. Arm allowing Delve's play to be seen on the replay because it was just so great. Arm, the dribble. Delve demoed away, but to Arm. Arm off the back wall. Winter leads to the Con Legend, but they can't break out here for Lapras. Rugai. They get past Delve. Arm able to just 50 it right through him. Con Legend. Downfield. Aha. They tap it. Delve on target, and that will be another goal for Delve. 2 goals for him. Wait a second, was that 5 assists from Delve? No, it wasn't. It was 5 shots, my bad. He has an assist, though. And Delve, just right off the kickoff, he seems to be a huge threat. Creating 2 goals just by his own mechanics. Delve Well, this one off the kickoff, he doesn't make much of a foot out of it. He's stuck in his own end. Dunks on Winter, though. Maybe a follow-up here from one of his teammates, Arm. Up to it. Flip reset. Under one. Not past. No, but it wasn't really fully under Rugai. He was able to get the save. Con Legend. Can't get through Aha. Delve. Flip reset here. He did get that one. And still challenged. Arm. Downfield. And once again, just like every other game, it gets ugly real fast in the ends of these games. Silly Geese Club. If they win in this series, a 3-0 sweep, they'll get scored on here. The last goal most likely will belong to Lapras Esports, as Rugai gets a second, but unfortunately, it's too little too late for this team. So the Geese Club proved to be too much for them to handle. As Aha will... No, actually, this might be the last goal of the series. We still have a second remaining, but... So the Geese Club get a goal here. It'll be 6-2 now for them. As Winter leads, just flipped the wrong way. An unfortunate goal here. But for Silly Geese Club, they'll continue padding their stats. Winter is going to keep it up. We'll see how long this goes. Aha. And that will let it drop. Silly Geese Club with a 3-0 sweep to end out the night. 2 game 5s and then a 3-0. Silly Geese Club with a great performance to go up 2-0 in their season against Lapras, who are now go down 0-2. And man, we haven't seen this screen in a while. Hello, everybody. But of course, what a win though for this team. A 3-0 sweep. Cleanly done as well. Lapras Esports will have to look to next week to see if they can get their first win of the season. We are going to get an interview with Silly Geese Club coming up very soon, so give me like a minute or so and I'll be able to set it up for everybody. Welcome back, everybody. And you know what? It's been a wild night with some crazy matches and some crazy delays. But you know what? To end it all off, Silly Geese Club come out with a 3-0 win. Arm is here with us. Arm, what a series for Silly Geese Club. Definitely a massive statement there. Winning over Lapras with some massive leads as well. Oh, I muted you. I muted you. Here, say that all over again. I accidentally muted you. My bad on that.
No, all good. Yeah, it was a fun series. We just kind of came out guns blazing.
Yeah, and to add to that, I mean, everybody was getting involved. Specifically, you and Aha were super involved with each other in games 1 and 2. And then we saw Delve in game 3 really do the scoring himself. Does something about having 3 distinct weapons on your team make you guys scary? What about that makes you guys so scary to other teams when you play against them? Because they're 2-0 in the season for a reason. And you know what? That's probably one of the main reasons why, is because every player can score.
Yeah, I feel like we all have a pretty big background in ones, and bring that into threes. I think we're all like pretty versatile. Uh, me and Aha are usually going pretty hard in offense, and so we're very comfortable having Delve in the back. Um, yeah, we're just not really afraid to send it because we can trust each other to be third man for a while in like a 1v3. I think that is why we won by so many goals in this series.
Yeah, and it always felt like you guys kind of figured out what to do near the ends of these games as well. But specifically, talk about Aha. He was an absolute assist machine this series.
He really was.
Yeah, he got 2 Playmaker awards in games 1 and 2. And in game 3, he did take kind of a step back, but obviously that was because Delve was doing what Delve it seems to do best, is with these crazy solo plays from the midfield. But still, talk about Aha and the assist-making player that he is, because it seems like you score a lot of the goals that Aha creates. Aha creates the chances, you score a lot of them. There you go, I phrased it correctly. Take me through kind of the importance of that, because sure, everybody's going to focus on the goal scorer, like you, but Aha's there as well, and he might be just as important to the play.
Yeah, man. Like, most of the goals are just silver platters because Aha cleared the way. It's funny because too, me and Delve were joking with Aha because he is known to like never fake, but like this series he couldn't stop faking everyone and just getting good 50s and kind of getting like the ball free in mid. Yeah, super important to have him, and he's also just not afraid to send it, which I think is, you kind of need someone like that on the team. Because if you're all like sort of passive, it's just not going to work. Aha is usually the guy just to like full send it, so really helpful to have on the team.
Yeah, it makes sense, of course, and you know, a clean win in week 2. But now but now you got to focus on week 3. You know, it never ends here. You know, you have some teams even have doubleheaders. Is this your doubleheader week? I don't actually know if this is your doubleheader league.
It is not.
It is not a doubleheader league. Okay. Well, then yeah, you're going to go into week 3 thinking about your next series, of course, and we'll take a look at that. Next series will be against N7 Hyrule, a team that is currently 1-0. They'll be playing against EV Kronos at some point. Some point this week. What do you have anything that you're going to plan for this next series, or are you just going to continue doing the same thing that you guys always do?
I think we're just going to do what we normally do. We normally don't look into the teams we play. I think if we do that, like it would be helpful in some ways, but we don't really want to get in our own heads. We'll just play our game.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Get your gameplay going and know what works, know what doesn't. And you guys have found something that really clicks. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick interview, Arm. But before you do leave, of course, we always do this after every single interview. We always have a short shout-out segment, so the floor is yours.
Hey, man, shout out to Eternity. Thank you for the boys for watching. Shout out Aha, Delve, Midi, Jack, the fucking lads. Best teammates ever. Yeah, shout out to our opponents. They played great. It was a fun series. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. An amazing series, definitely. That will definitely end it again. Have an amazing evening, Arm. Maybe this stream will catch you again in week 3, and hopefully without so many delays.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it. See ya.
Of course. And that was Arm of the Silly Geese Club, who just joined us for this interview. And that will end it for tonight. What a night, I will say. An incredible night. I did see Winter there. No, Winter, thank you for being so patient, by the way. Again, I can't say it enough. Shoutouts to the different teams here who were able to wait, even when these series took longer than expected, even when my scheduling really wasn't great. Y'all did really, you all just kind of waited. Huge thanks to all of you for being so patient. Hopefully it was worth it. Hopefully it was worth it to get onto stream. I know a lot of people love being on stream, love being casted, and I'm always here to do that. Anyways, that's gonna end the night. I'm gonna get a quick raid going, and we'll end the stream here. Oh, is Winterlead's coming with the follow? Hey, Winterlead's is jumping in now. Another follow coming in tonight. Thank you all so much. Let's get the raid going. Hey everybody, have an amazing evening. We do have one match currently scheduled for tomorrow. We'll see if any more are added. Pay attention to my Twitter, that's WhatIsCRL, for more updates.